Hey, Laptop Group family, how are we doing? So, I want to talk about niche. Did a couple of videos on this in the last month or so, and done probably 20, 30, 40 over the years on this. But let's talk niche as things stand right now in the world that we're in. So, if I asked you, or if you told me you're uncertain about your niche, I'm going to ask you why. Why is that? Why is that? And then we'll go through a framework about, right, well, tell me who, because essentially, as a recruitment search business owner, you've got two drivers that can position you to your client. One is your recruitment search experience. Secondly is your industry experience. So often someone will come to us and they've been, let's say for example, they've been working in wind renewables for 5 years, and they're now going to start a recruitment business. They've got maybe 8 out of 10 industry knowledge, but 0 out of 10 search or recruitment experience. Make sense? So when we talk about niche, it's really two elements. One is the actual niche itself, and secondly is our actual experience as a recruitment search expert. Now, you've got a question around niche, and that question is derived from probably you're uncertain about you can achieve the hit $1 million this year in that niche because of one or two things. One is the niche is unstable, or two, your last 90 days or 6 months results are unstable, they're not good. And one of the responses you've come up with, the self-analysis, is right, a year ago, 2 years ago, we were doing well in this niche, now we're not doing well, so it must be the niche. So you've come up with an answer that maybe you need to change niche, which is completely cool. However, usually what you will find is the answer isn't in changing niche. Up until about 2 years ago, my biggest confrontation, if you want to call that, with our members was when they reach $1 million and they would say, right, I want to go into a new niche. And I'd say, well, let's look at the metrics. You've covered 4% of the market. You've done $1 million this year. And by proxy, if we could cover 8% next year, we can literally rinse and repeat. You've got something that is evergreen here. You could do 2 million next year if these numbers are linear. So why are we changing niche? And it comes down to, we're entrepreneurs, we want to keep proving things to ourselves. So normally when I have a question around niche, it's around that we've had great success, let's now go into a new niche. But what we often forget is, right, what's our outcome here? So I'm going to make it nice and simple. Very simple one we often get is, I want to break, we're a new business, we want to do $500,000, or been in business 5 years, I want to do $1 million, and they're a one-person business. So let's say you want to do $1 million. So question around, am I in the right niche? Right now, there are, in the economy, there are hot niches you can go into. And I reference, for example, central bank digital currency. I referenced blockchain. I referenced e-commerce logistics, etc. These hot niches which have taken off. So you've got these hot niches. And then on the flip side, you might have these aging niches, which might be, for example, shipping, or they might be fossil fuels, these aging niches. So what are you going to do? Well, the niche is the government is saying this about, oil and gas and mining, whatever it might be. And yeah, so I don't think it's the niche. Right, let's backtrack a sec. What's your outcome? I want to do $1 million. Right, how many placements do you need? I need 20. Right. We need 20 placements to do $1 million. Yeah. What's your 3-year plan? 3-year plan is X. Okay, got it. So let's think about what we're doing here. So before we make a change on niche and actually change the entire direction of our business, take out that one decision by 1 month, 2 years, 3 years, but niche is like a 90-degree decision. 1 month, 5 year, completely different destination. I'm struggling to find an example right now whereby, even with what's going on, I think about members whereby changing or being forced into change niche is the solution. We've had a handful of members who've been in an aging niche, and they've taken the same process, put it into quote a new niche, replicate the same process, happy days, good stuff. But that's pretty rare. So when you talk about niche, you need to be aware of, right, am I looking for a reason why I'm not hitting the numbers I want to? Because the reality is, your business and recruitment and search for a lot of people has got harder because more people are now either coming into it or they're now going online. So you've got more competition, in the online space. So there's more noise. So before you change niche, be aware of, what's the actual question I'm really asking here? As the question you're asking is, why am I not hitting 1 million? I've not grown in the last year. And you're finding an out. If you're 100% certain that it is niche, and that'll come down to metrics, so campaign metrics, these are my metrics for the campaigns. It could be, but I'd say that's 1-2% I'm seeing that. If you've got campaign metrics and there is a decision on changing niche, at that point, what do you do? Well, the reality is I could go into your niche right now and I'll pick anything. I'll pick construction. So I could go in construction right now. I could build a website in a day. Could use our template. I could get my LinkedIn profile done in 60 minutes, use our template. I could map the market. There's 9,000 decision makers in that niche. Get them inside my database within 3 weeks. I can see there's 25,000 candidates that I want to deliver to those clients in the market. 4 to 6 weeks, all of them in my data set. I can then run an automated campaign and start getting inbound responses straight away. Now, I don't know construction, but I do know they're going to have a problem with quality of candidate, speed of hire, and cost of hire, because your niche has got the same three. Every niche has got those three. Now you can drill down underneath it and there'll be specifics. I've just done a video for our members around diversity and how, for example, if we're dealing with a decision maker in diversity, their three drivers might be more acute. So number one might be, we don't want to reach out to the wrong candidate with the wrong message, number one. Number two, we've got this huge ATS, but it's not segmented into gender or into ethnicity, etc. Number three, the decision maker's got this responsibility on their shoulders that means they're procrastinating, actually not making the jump forward. So they don't want to reach out to the wrong gender with the wrong message or the wrong ethnic background. So with your niche, often you're gonna use that as a get out. And I say the actual numbers are probably about 2%. I think there's reason to change niche right now. But the reality is, what's probably happening is you're looking for a reason why things are not working right now. Or you're looking for the big opportunity. For example, cybersecurity is going to be huge, going to get bigger, of course it is. But that means by proxy, you're going to have more competition. Now, if you were working in, say, if you were in blockchain right now, we moved in, I've said it before in previous videos, central bank digital currency, and around that, the developers around that, developers around specific crypto platforms, that market's going to be huge. There's billions and billions of investment coming into those markets, and if you look at the banking systems are now adopting these different currencies. There's a whole fintech market there. So one of our members, Darren, inside the Laptop Recruiter group, you'll see a video Darren and I did, and Darren is in fintech and has done extraordinarily well, and all on Darren. He gets asked to fly to events we did pre-COVID, and they were paying for him. He actually came to one of our events in London, and he was flown in by the conference he was speaking at, because he's now become the authority. So he's in fintech, and he's in fintech, and specifically with Darren, he's in fintech, but he's also dealing with diversity within fintech, and he's now seen as one of the leading proponents of diversity in fintech in Africa. And the guy's from the UK and lived in the Middle East as well. He's a right dude, but he's got a very specific niche there, as you can see. So what I'm saying to you around your niche is, don't use niche as a get out, because it's very rare. So probably 2%. That's the reason why things are not working. You need to be aware that things have changed in most markets right now. But because we work alone, we're not in a community. We try and find a solution we try and answer the question we put out in our head, and we come up with an answer. And the answer could be, well, the niche is screwed. Now, the reality is, if you change niche, you're going to add 6 months to your year. You're going to change your website, you're going to change your LinkedIn, you're going to start again, and chances are you're going to get into a negative cycle, and then be self-fulfilling negative cycle, and you're going to fucking screw up. So be aware of taking that decision on my niche, because again, probably 2% of niches that I've seen, 2% of members I've seen, making the decision to change niche is the right decision. But the process, we take the same process but to an equivalent niche. So we've done this before. So with niche, there's already a few ways of answering this. So one is I can give you a list of niches, and I've done a little bit of that. But secondly, remember what your outcome is. Your outcome is to reach 1 million, or whatever your outcome is. And so for that, be aware of you're trying to find a reason why you're not reaching 1 million. And often we use self-reflection. And self-reflection means what we see online and how we processed it. Yeah, well, the niche is fucked. The news tells me it's fucked. It probably is a 98% chance it isn't your niche. And be aware, if you change niche, you're going to be starting the whole process again. And it's not the best thing. It's not the best thing generally. But that said, hopefully it's given you a little bit of insight into self-analysis around your niche. If you want to ask me any questions or message me, you know where to find me. So guys, with that said, a bit more about niche. Speak soon. Take care, guys. Now, if you've been following me for a period of time, my name's Andy Whitehead. I'm from recruitmentmarketinginternational.com. If you want help right now, there are 4 ways we can help you. Number 1, join the Laptop Recruiter Facebook group, as I just said. Number 2, watch any of these on-demand client and candidate automation, inbound and growth webinars, whether it be the Laptop Recruiter, whether it be the $1 Million Recruiter, plus the hundreds and hundreds of other podcasts you can find on iTunes, on our website, on YouTube, etc. Number 3, if you want to reach out to me personally, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, often you guys reach out to me. You've been following me now for 8 years, now's the time. If you've got a question for me, send me a message on Facebook or on LinkedIn, I'll come back to you personally. Or number 4, if you're now ready to become a client, simply schedule a call, head to our website or head to the Laptop Recruiter Facebook group and then reach out to me personally inside there and I'll give you my diary and let's book a call. So with that said, guys, I'll see you inside the Laptop Recruiter group. Let's do this.